We are adventurers.
We are gold chasers.
We are family.
No matter the adversaries we face.
No matter the obstacle that stands before us.
No matter how big you think you are.
We are
Welcome back to this episode of The Adventure Boys, the iGender Neutral. If you like inter-party conflict caused by emotional tragedy in your backstory, this may be the podcast for you.
Wow, Jack, this isn't a monster truck rally.
Monster Truck Boys!
Are you trying to tell me that's not where I am? I just paid
Tuesday on
$30
Blog
for
Talk
tickets.
Radio.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, I think it's so funny, like, when we first start, behind the scenes thing, we record 2 episodes at a time. So the first episode, Jack is just like, hi, welcome to the Adventure Boys. And then the second episode, he's like, welcome back to the Adventure Boys where we're having fun. I'm like, damn, alright.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay, anyway, what's happening, Jack?
Okay, so
Last time.
yeah.
Last time, Anna had some issues. She, as she got closer to Fellwood, she began having flashbacks related to her backstory that she had partially forgotten. And all these memories started flooding back. All those good things that happen sometimes when you've got drow and forced amnesia. And as she came into the town, she realized that Fellwood was her former home, Valora. And she remembered all the tragedies that happened there. She remembered the tree that she planted over the mass grave of her people, which has now grown into a big albino tree. Probably some weird magic going on there, some spirits or some such. And she also remembered a little thing about how Darklear was more or less responsible for the drow that ruined her life being on the surface. So, this time, Anna, you're standing underneath this tree.
So Anna's just gonna look back at Darklear with the most angry face she has ever had on her face ever. And she's a high elf, so she already looks pissy as hell.
Dante kind of recoils as he's standing next to you in just this hate.
Yeah.
Just like, do you... what's up with this tree? Why does this have anything to do with Darklear?
Darklear's gonna, pull his scimitars and enter a defensive stance.
Hey, whoa, hey, what's going on? I feel left out here, what's going on?
Lucy, being the non-perceptive man as it is, he just walks up to Anna and just gives her a big hug. Hey, it's okay. I know when I have a headache, this always makes me feel better.
Are you hungry?
Pat.
Are you hangry?
Ooh, do you need to Snickers? You're not eating, you're hungry.
Please.
Sponsor!
Anna, explain yourself. Why are you acting this way?
Remember how I said that my memories started to come back? Well, you're a big reason as to why my village, the one that you're standing in right now's grave, is gone.
What does that have to do with me? I haven't been here before.
Do you see this tree right here? This is where I buried most of the bodies of my ridden village because of you. This tree is as beautiful it is because it lives off of the souls of my dead ancestry, basically. There was a drow, her name was Lilithane. She was hunting you.
Oh boy, I'm gonna take a step back from this.
While Anna is saying that, I'm gonna walk over kind of next to Darklear and just kind of put my hand on his forearm, kind of be like, well, you could probably put the swords down.
Darklear kind of looks around at the party, kind of looks at Anna, and slowly, hesitantly, slides his scimitars back into their sheaths.
But just in case, I'm gonna have Lucian ready in case Anna tries to pull any quick shit.
It's ready to tackle.
Alright, everyone calm down for a second.
Rokai does a sick flip.
Roll for 6 flips.
Roll for sick flip.
Natural 10!
10 modified 20.
Your sick flip just echoes throughout the town square of this village as everyone's just dead silence and kind of backed up towards the outer wall.
Old man claps slowly.
Hey guys, we're working right now. This is something we can work out later, right?
I don't know. How would you feel if you came back to a village that just barely got your memories back?
Listen, myself, Mr. Lucieran hasn't always been a nice guy. We've all done bad stuff in our past, and elves live a long time. I'm not the same person I was back then, and no matter how hard it is for me to believe that Darklear may be caught up in all this, this is something we can deal with later. We've got bigger stuff ahead of us. You guys are bigger than this. I've heard it quoted several times, you guys are family, so let's just bring it down a notch and deal with what's ahead of us, alright?
I agree. Anna, I know how much it hurts to lose your people, believe me. But we're here for Mira right now and her son.
That being said,
You'll have to handle this later, darling.
where's she at?
Where's she at?
A few of the villagers just kind of like point down to like five buildings down. Like a small mousy head pokes out and just, yeah.
Hi!
Hi.
We've calmed down.
Whoa.
Before we move on, as far as like going to go to Mira, Anna's just gonna like look up at the tree and like give a bow to it, and then like go at the very back of the party. She's not like standing next to anybody.
I'm gonna keep myself between Anna and Darklear.
So it's Dante.
Because I'm pretty sure Anna wouldn't shoot me. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Darklear like completely like sidesteps her
Like
and
a
like
positive 73%.
walks
Yeah.
over to Lucy,
Yeah.
and then I'm assuming the two of them walk over to Mira.
Also, Dante looks kind of like, not put off necessarily, but like pensive about this whole thing. And like, you guys remember that he had kind of a similar situation?
Oh, yeah, his village was destroyed, right?
Yeah. He came back one day and it was just burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
So you can imagine he's probably, having some thoughts of what he would do in the same situation. Because you remember his whole, part of his powers is like vengeance.
Yeah.
Against specifically whoever fucked over his village.
That oath of vengeance.
Yeah.
More to know what she did. She killed almost everyone.
Edgy.
Edgy red girl. TM.
So eventually you guys come across what looks like almost like a not industrial, but like a business building.
Okay.
Like this big box-shaped building.
Like an office building?
Kind of, but like not
Are there
super tall.
cubicles?
No,
One
it's not
floor.
super tall. Like one corner looks like it was kind of bashed in, and it's been grown over with like this thick ivy that's supported by like these beams that survived. And as you guys enter, it looks like it was like almost like a medical building. Like there's these numbered doors that have kind of like the numbers are rusted and falling off, and there's like a main area. And this main area looks like it's got like different like wash buckets and things like that set up, just a communal area.
So is it like one house kind of set up, or like multiple like apartments?
Like
kind of in
each
one
of the
building?
like the bigger rooms are set up as like one.
Communal areas, or
Like the bigger rooms are kind of set up as one room. Some of the walls have been knocked out to like make the smaller rooms bigger, and they use every piece that they can get their hands on, and figure out living situations. You guys are led to what you assume was room like 293, 203, 233. The middle number's gone. But Mira opens this door and you see this fairly standard looking living situation for, kind of like poorer people in this world. There's like a bed, there's this big piece of machinery that looks kind of like it's been hollowed out and made into a wardrobe. You see that there's like a chest for storing things and such. And you see that there's a small boy in the center of the floor looking like he's playing like marbles with like these small semi-precious stones that have been polished down to lorbs. Yeah, that's about all that's in here.
I would like to sit in front of the little boy and do the quarter behind your ear, but marble behind your ear trick.
Roll a dex. Actually, roll performance.
Oh
I
boy.
think you're proficient in that as a
No.
Kenku.
Oh,
I feel like you should be.
no. No, I think they're proficient in sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Yeah, I guess through sleight of hand, that makes sense.
Okay. 12.
Okay,
I'm not
plus
proficient in
your-
sleight of hand.
Oh. You added your dex and everything, right? Your
Yes.
Very high dex. Okay.
Oh, yes. 6 plus 6.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of fumble it, but he's not really paying attention, and you hold it up to him, and he just kind of gasps and looks up at you, and just kind of takes it out of your hand and looks around at all of you.
So he looks visibly like happy, like he's showing emotions on his face.
He looks surprised, like he was in the middle of a game, and you guys just kind of like filed in. You're kind of, intimidating the lot of you.
I'm gonna sit down. How do you play?
I'm standing in the doorway.
He like holds out one of the slightly bigger stones to you. This one's your shooter. You have to take turns and try to knock the marbles out of the ring.
Seems simple. Can I play with you?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna do the thing.
Okay. You flick the marble, and it just like shatters like two of the other marbles in its path, and like makes a small hole in the wall where it went.
Good job, Chingo.
Oh dear.
Chingo, this may be more of a dexterity based versus a strength based.
Maybe
Anna's gonna go
game.
retrieve the marble.
try rolling it.
Okay, you kind of like dig it out of the drywall.
Gonna bend over and give it back to the little boy.
He like is looking just shocked at all of this happening.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not used to this type of game yet.
Roll it gently, Chinga.
So Darklear is
Well,
going
it's his
to.
turn.
Darklear is gonna like stand towards like the entryway of the room, and like where next to Mira. So you said this has been going on for what, a month now?
I'm not. I think so. I'm not exactly. Do you know the date today?
No.
No, we've been traveling for 3-4 days, and it took you 3 weeks to get to us.
About maybe. I'm not sure. Does anybody know the dates?
It's October 12th.
It is about actually in game. She like
early mid-October.
she kind of like takes a few steps away and just shit.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday and I didn't have a present. No. I didn't know it was that late.
What?
We might not have time.
I need you to speak more clearly, Mira. Otherwise, we can't help you.
Would it be easier to say this outside of the room, not in front of Daniel?
She's already like a few steps down the hallway.
Oh.
talking.
Darklear's following her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, me too.
It's almost the time of the year. It's almost Samhain.
What does that mean?
It's a harvest festival thing, but it's very centered around the Fae.
Okay.
And it's one of the times of the year where they're the most active, and where the veil between our world and their world is the thinnest.
Uh-huh.
So I'm afraid that if it really is that close,
Then the fairy that took your child, you may never get back.
I may never get him back, and they might steal more, or worse.
Lucy's gonna look at the. Can I roll an Arcana on him just to see if there are any signs of Fae?
Yeah.
Cool. 17.
It doesn't really seem to be any signs of Fae. There's no, like, glazed over eyes. There's no, like, there's no magical aura off of him. There's no, like, a glamour on him. You try your counter charm, nothing really
Yeah.
happens. No, there's nothing really magical about this boy.
Lucy's gonna approach the boy and just kind of like kneel down in front of him and put out his big green hand. Hey there, young sir. Name's Thrask. What's your name?
Puts up a small hand into yours. Daniel.
All right, Daniel. Your mother's been a little worried. would you mind, if you don't mind talking about it, telling me about, you wandered off a little while ago, right?
Yeah.
If you tell me about that, I'll make it worth your time. And I know a young businessman's time is always very valuable.
I went off into the forest. And I went exploring, looking for bugs. And I went and played with some of the wild cats in the forest. Not like big cats, but just cats. I found some berries. I walked back home, and that's about it.
Do you feel any different?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you think you could show us where that's at?
Kind of nods and like gets up off the floor and puts all the marbles into a little bag and puts it in his pocket.
Anna's gonna look down at Daniel and be like, "Want to take a ride on a big cat?"
He nods.
Real quick. Pull out a gold coin for your future, Daniel.
Did you try to screw his mom out of like 5 silver?
No, I tried to open her a savings account, and I just give him a gold with a, and like I'm making it shine more with prestidigitation. I think I have that. Yeah, I'm making it glow, look real nice.
Real
Good
gold.
shit.
Look like real gold.
So I'm gonna take
His
Daniel by the
is real
hand.
gold, Warren.
He's not the one using fake shaved coins.
You guys want that airship fixed?
I'm gonna take Daniel by the hand and lead him outside, and then like, how does he react when he sees Solara?
He kind of like hides behind your leg after seeing Solara because she's still got like scratches and everything along her, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's not completely healed.
And she's like looking
mostly-
around, kind of cautious about the whole situation because you also went into a strange building and didn't bring her out with.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's kind of like ears flat against her head, just kind of looking around the whole situation. And she doesn't, has never been to your village, but she gets your mental waves.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
he kind of
just-
hides behind your leg.
I'm just gonna look at Solara and kind of like nod, like kind of one of those where it's like assuring her that nothing's wrong, and then I'm gonna like motion for her to come over so that she can like kind of sniff him, do the whole cat thing, making herself okay with him.
Okay. She kind of like slinks low to the ground and like, not like she's stalking something, but like, she's very cautious, kind of like pads forward towards him, and her tentacles kind of like peel off her back because they usually, lay flat and kind of like wave around your leg, and he like hides further behind.
I'll just look down and be like, it's okay, it's okay. This is my cat, my big cat.
And she like wraps one of her tentacles around his like midsection and pulls him out from behind your leg and starts sniffing him, like sniffing all over him, like up into his face, and he just kind of like closes his eyes and braces, and then she sniffs and then stops, and then just like licks up his face.
Yes.
Cat.
Before we left the building, I'm assuming that Mira and Darkly were talking at this point.
Yeah.
As they're walking outside, as Lucy sees Mira now, "Hi, we're borrowing your child. Be right back."
What?
So I'm gonna
I
pick
second that.
the child up and put him on Solara.
You ride.
He rides.
You're right.
She takes off into the night.
Surprise!
He's lost.
Daniel here has mounted combatant feet
He rides by and punches Darkler in the dick.
with advantage.
He plays marbles with extreme accuracy from the back.
He
of the
plays
line.
marbles with Darkler's marbles.
You still get your shooter.
Call sharpshooter before you do it,
You
dear.
shoot her and then you hit it at Darkly.
It's like what happened with Chingar's Marvel situation.
Stop it. It's bad.
Shattered.
Stop it.
Yeah, I guess we're going into Blitz.
So Darkly is gonna like kind of like run out and see you guys kind of like walk out. Where are you going?
The woods.
Daniel's
Woods.
taking us to where he left off a bit ago. I think we can find some evidence. And it'd definitely be best if you came along. You're the high tracker here.
All right.
And if we are dealing with Faye, I'll be right on your guys' tails.
Anna's over there.
Okay.
Hey,
then,
you're mentally
You're emotionally
unstable.
compromised.
I'm emotionally compromised.
You're off the
I'm gonna pick up a leaf and show it to Lucy.
Yes, that's a leaf.
Yes.
So while Solara is walking along with the Daniel, I just want to like look
Damn,
down there
Daniel.
and be like, keep track or warn me if there's any Fae nearby, if you know.
To Daniel.
No, to the Solara.
So Daniel. Daniel.
You're now my new partner in crime, Daniel. You better tell me if any Fae are around, okay?
If you see any barb devils. What?
Actually, I'm gonna walk up beside Daniel and be like, hey, so just in case you go a little far out on your ride, if you ever feel like you're feeling a little lost, I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out a bag of 1,000 ball bearings. Here, just leave a trail of these. We'll find you.
Pick that up and drop it.
Jeez, what's in this sack?
I was thinking it was just dice, and I was like, yeah, just drop that.
Sounded like him.
Sounds
That sounds like a
There's
1,000
some
ball.
symbols in there as well, apparently.
No, it's a sex spell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we bring when we level up. If we ever level up.
How much experience did we get from last time?
Was
1,500.
yeah.
Hey, I might be leveling up.
I'm glad we're doing this now.
Anyway, we're walking. Daniel is leading.
Before they all get out of sight,
call him Daniel
I'm gonna turn to Mira. Would you like me to stay here with you, or would you prefer we all go out at once?
I was assuming we would all go out, so I didn't
Oh, you
want to
can
lose
too.
him again.
No, that's perfectly fine. If you have any weapons, I suggest you bring them with you.
Yeah, she runs back inside and comes out with like a butcher's knife.
She comes out in full plate with a knight's broadsword.
Yeah, so she's actually a trained shield maiden. So that's nice.
Better safe than sorry. Let's go.
I'm gonna give her a slingshot.
Do you have a slingshot?
I have a slingshot.
Kind of want to one-up you with my harpoon gun.
You've got like freaking Rakaya and Lucy just trying to like pulling weapons out to like hand it to Mira.
I give her friendship. One up.
I would like to
Friendship is conflict.
interrupt by saying, I leveled up.
You scared the shit out of the guinea pig is what you did.
Perfect.
Are you level 10 now?
Yes, I'm
Finally.
What are you,
exactly.
level 3 now?
You're level 10?
Yeah, I'm exactly at 64,000.
I'm still like 8,000 off. Fucking titties. Jack, I need a Lucy solo mission right
Alright,
now.
let's do it.
All
Now
right.
you go find one of the mud wolves.
We're trying to find Daniel!
I know
We found Daniel.
We found
No,
Daniel.
no.
You leave the village, you see a Tarrasque.
Sweets.
Anyway, anyway, what's happening?
Gastron Bigfoot. Daniel is riding Solara into the forest, into the wild blue yonder.
Okay, we're following.
You're following.
And
Daniel's gonna
Daniel gets
roll survival.
Did he say
I
he
will-
knew?
Oh, wait.
I mean,
Wait.
yeah. But it's the forest. There's no road signs.
wow,
It's like,
wow.
yeah, it's by the McDonald's.
While we're walking into the woods, before he has to roll his survival, Lucy's gonna sing a sea shanty.
Okay.
I don't have one in mind, but he's gonna sing one to inspire Daniel.
Okay.
So all I've got is a off into the wild green yonder. Do, 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 do.
Isn't that the Air Force song?
Yeah.
A sea shanty if ever I heard one.
Yeah, the air sea chanty.
The Air Shanty.
It's the only adventurous thing I know.
Airplane songs are sea shanties if you have to make an emergency landing.
What about the one that's all like farewell and adieu, ye fair Spanish?
As soon
like
as I
that's
know-
a legit sea
No,
shanty.
I need to.
What do you do with the drunken sailor?
Hey, Jack.
As soon as I know
I
the
need a
chorus.
book of sea shanties.
I
I'll look
actually
into it.
might have one.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Anthony's getting for Christmas.
But yeah, so D8 inspiration for Daniel.
As soon as I know the chorus,
Can I
I'm
assist
singing
him
along.
anyway?
I think that sounds
That's
closer to
Chris
Zelda.
one that you gave him.
But Jack,
Really? A D8 and he got a 1?
Yeah. No, you can't assist Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel is his own man.
He's his own person.
He's a young
Okay.
businessman.
Why? What was I thinking?
Everything's
Chocolate milk has lasted me 1 week.
It's strawberry milk.
This strawberry flavored.
God, I want to go on with the adventure, please.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
You're trying to give me shit like you didn't waste 20 minutes of our last episode.
I didn't do shit. Let's go.
That's supposed to be there. Yeah, that's not
what I was thinking.
Yeah. What's Daniel doing, Jay?
Anyways, what's
Daniel is just kind of like looking back and forth and pointing Solara in directions. Eventually, he gets real into it, and he's steering her like a horse, just kind of like pulling on her neck. He kicks her in the sides a few times, where she got the crunch last session.
Oh.
She really doesn't enjoy that. She refrains from throwing him off into the woods, though. And eventually, you guys come across this clearing.
Uh-oh. Can I make a perception check on the clearing?
Yeah.
Can I perception check on the clearing?
Yeah.
Lucy's hum transitions into his counter charm.
Can I roll with perception on my leg?
What?
It's 5.
Your leg's still there.
Okay, good.
You think?
Oh God.
22.
I got also a 22.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
I'll do the same.
Everyone just
Lucy
stops
doing
mid like frame, and they
man.
just all drop to the ground and start doing various
We're
things.
adventurers.
Kick out my leg, make sure it's still there.
19.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Anna forgets magic. Solara becomes feral and attacks the party.
Oh, God, no!
Daniel first.
Daniel first.
It's not the real Daniel.
Women and
it's fine.
Daniels first.
I was right next to Daniel. Solara is now hostile. I get an opportunity attack.
All right. You guys see you are in this small clearing. Like there's some flowers growing here. There's some cats frolicking around. These big fluffy cats. It looks like they're not so much frolicking around as they are fighting.
Like house cats? Or
Like
bobcat
like
cats?
Norwegian forest cats.
I see.
Big fluffy.
I'm gonna play with the cats.
Yes, Google Norwegian forest cats.
I'm
They are called.
googling them. I must see this.
You also see those of you with the high perception, Darkleer,
Oh, definitely me.
Rakaya. What?
So definitely me.
Yeah. You do notice that there is a ring of mushrooms around this this clearing.
Mm-hmm.
I play with the cats.
All right.
Did I?
Yeah, they're fighting very much, and they hiss at you as you get close, and then they kind of stop and their ears perk up. Well, most of them. One of them does not. And he jumps at you and slashes across your chest, and you.
I punch.
You're gonna punch a cat?
You're gonna kill it.
I'm chaotic neutral. It attacked me first.
Hold a punch a cat.
Non-lethal.
27.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Non-lethally.
Yeah, the cat jumps towards you and
Lethal.
and you
No!
and you punch, and the cat goes rolling off into the clearing, and then stands up and like hisses at you.
Cool.
And the other cats are like, now they're like looking at you guys, and they start like winding around your legs, and there's about 8 cats.
Nope.
Oh,
Darkleer is kicking them away from him very gently, but like he does not want them anywhere near.
I'm gonna pick one up.
Shingar punches.
Okay.
Don't you know what animal handling?
Nah, it gets up into your hands, and it's like headbutting you.
Nice.
Please don't punch any more cats, Rakaya.
I'd like to look at Solara to see if she's like, can she like sense anything off with these
She
cats?
looks confused. I don't know if she's ever seen a cat besides Grump. Dante's cat back on
God.
back home. He has a cat that is
And
about the size of not quite Solara, but very big cat.
She's
About the
seen-
size of
she's seen
a medium
Kitty,
house
too.
dog.
Yeah, about the size of like a husky, but a cat. And
It's a
she's seen
big-ass
Kitty.
cat.
She's seen
I would
Kitty
say
the
that
other
it's probably
displacements.
closer to the size of like a pit bull. Because
That's
if it's the
Dante.
main
It's
coon
You
of Maine
only are
Coons.
comparing them to pit bulls because that's your favorite dog.
No, because they're a good medium-sized
Because
dog.
that's your favorite dog.
Huskies are large dogs.
You've
What
been
about-
outed.
I mean,
That's
they're
fine.
not that large. They're medium-sized dogs.
Are they? I've always thought that they were large.
20.
Anyway,
You have Irish wolfhounds.
They small.
anyway, Solara looks confused at these small cats. Yeah, and they kind of like wind around your legs, and they're climbing up Chingar, and they're climbing up Dante's jacket. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm petting them. Did I detect anything with my Arcana check? Which
No,
one's
but
Anna?
Lucian is confused, upset,
He's bothered.
suspicious.
Lucian, do you feel anything?
And before he can like say that, the cat you're petting, spits on you.
How cats?
If I punched the cat, it would have died. These aren't normal cats.
Of course, they're not normal cats.
Shingar, the one headbutting you, also spits on you.
Oh,
It's
that's
Why is
okay.
it headbutting?
That's
Everyone except Darkler, I think, gets spat on.
I'm not near a cat.
You've never seen a cat spit, I don't think, because I don't think cats have enough lip to do that.
Lucy is so far away from these cats. He is
What's
very.
he got against cats?
No. Since the run-in with that demon bunny, he's weary of every fucking thing. These are
Stop
fake
fucking-
cats.
Okay, the three of you who get spat.
I
wasn't
don't believe I
actively
get
petting
spat.
them.
No, you don't.
You catch it.
I can't.
He throws the spit back at the cat.
So Chingar, Morinth, and Anna.
I'm not near a cat unless the cat.
You were next to Solara.
Yeah, but
Guys,
that's
here's
my
the
cat.
thing. Here's the thing: is that
So
the
I'm
cats
still
are
talking.
around our feet.
Yeah.
There's
And they're
8 of
climbing
them,
all up on you.
and they're
This is
all.
I
it.
mean, I'm not letting them climb on
He's in
me,
the trees.
but
There's no way
Yeah.
near this.
Probably
You're crouching
still.
down, petting them. It's whatever. They can still spit on you.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean... that
Tell me what happens to the spit
Yeah,
people.
What's the
what,
spit?
what goes on?
It spits. No. Chingar, you get spit all up in your face. Morinth, you also get spit all up in your face, and it gets in your eyes.
What the fuck? I wasn't crouching down and petting them.
You were just petting them. What kind of fucking monkey arms you got? I want to stand up and also pet them with my big
I
arms.
said that I pet them.
Yes, you did.
Right?
Yeah.
I was down there petting them. I stood back up because I was asking Lucian a question.
Well, you got spit on.
Cool. Only Chingar gets spit on.
I don't
Cool,
want, I just
cool.
don't want spit in my eye.
Fine, Chingar, you get spit on. That's the only person who gets spit on, and Dante.
cool.
And you like wipe the spit out of your eye holes, I guess.
I never said I was petting a cat. What are you talking about?
Guys,
God.
please let Jack have his narrative. Can we
Yeah.
continue?
I'm sorry.
And like you wipe it out of your eye holes, and you see that you're not holding a cat anymore,
Oh.
or the 3 cats you were holding before. You now see that there are 2 small humanoids
Oh.
with dragonfly wings, or
Never mind. I want to be
wings,
spit on.
with butterfly wings sitting in your hand.
Oh, what are you?
And they have like this porcelain skin, and they have this battle armor that looks like it's made of like the shells of like June bugs and like those rainbow reflective beetles, and they're holding these tiny bows made out of like twigs.
So basically,
Oh.
we just walked into the epic animated movie.
Oh wow, these are
And one
real
of them
cute.
is wearing a crown that looks like, or not a crown, but like a helmet, like one of those beetles.
Smash.
Okay.
Is
cool.
it? Am I holding one of the?
The Hercules beetles.
Am I holding that one?
Yeah, and then next to those 2 with the porcelain skin and the rainbowy looking shit, there's also one that's got like drow skin. Just like this
Why do you look
pitch
at me?
black, this pitch black skin.
No.
And it's wearing like this armor that's made of like deep black, like beetle carapace, and it's got these dragonfly wings. And it's holding twin scimitars because that was just the first weapon choice that came to mind, and it's also a jab at Darkglare.
Okay, let me tell you a thing though.
It's a Drizzt pixie.
Dual weapon fighting is very, 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 very common amongst the Drow. It is the number one form of fighting that they're taught.
Uh-huh.
So it's not just Darkleer
Yeah.
and Drizzt who can fight with 2 swords. It's everyone.
I'm gonna
Next, you're gonna tell me all Drow are also assholes and cult murderers.
And this one
Hashtag
has-
not all Drow.
And this one
Yes,
has
all
like
Drow.
this bright, like pink hair. Well,
That's the anime protagonist.
it's got like this pink hair with like this pattern through it, of like these blacks and oranges, and it's got these eyes that are just like completely green, like almost glowing. And they've got like no pupil, no iris, nothing. It's just like these glowing green eyes. and they're looking up at you with like kind of their hands on their hips, watching you. And the one with the dark skin also has a helmet on.
Bet
Oh,
you guys
these are
regret not
real
being spit
cute.
on
I
now.
like these,
No, I'm okay. They're just
Chinga, they're
cats.
just cats.
Chinga.
and they're beautiful.
No, they're definitely not cats.
Okay,
Don't-
Dante.
yes, they
what
are.
do
They're
you
cats.
see? All I see are fuzzy little.
This is
You hear like
that on my
a
pants.
flip, like someone's flipping down a
Visor.
yeah, like
a
someone's flipping
welding
down
mask?
those those sunglasses over your sunglasses.
Dope.
And your true sight is turned on for you, through Lucian, and you see these pixies,
Oh.
all standing around. They're like an even split. 4 of them have like the porcelain skin and the rainbow aesthetic, the pastels, and the other ones are just like this deep black with these kind of very rough looking, very like dangerous looking. Not like dangerous looking, but like, you know how animals will have like color schemes that are
Really bright, even though they're poisonous.
yes, exactly. They've got like all they're like very dark, but with all these color splashes, like
Bright yellows, blues, reds, greens.
So
exactly.
I mean,
they're calling out that these things aren't really cats.
Oh my god,
Lucy
Darkler,
slides
you shrunk.
down from the tree he's on.
Darkler,
I'm
you're
gonna-
tiny.
I'm gonna scoop up the one that looks very close to Darklear. I was like, Darklear, this one looks just like you.
It does. It
And
even,
you see this tiny one with these swords that look like they're made of tiny little branches, and it like glares over at Darklear and kind of scoffs.
It's just a cat.
No, it's not.
he has scimitars and everything.
He does have scimitars.
What are you talking about?
Lucy slides down from the tree he's on top of, and scoops up a cat, any cat, and holds it like a big baby. He's like,
Alright.
"What did you do with Daniel? Tell me where he is. What did you do to
kind
him?"
of like chubby looking pixie with like this it's one of the darker ones with the like this green and purple hair,
Oh, Lucy, you should probably put him down.
and from like it's about a foot from your face, and it spits like perfect bullseye into your left eye.
Oh gosh! Oh.
And it gives you the bird and just kind of like jumps off your hand and flutters to the ground.
Lucy gets in a low crouch and follows behind him.
Now you take this thing the fuck out. You spit with your big orc spit, and it just like kind of pelts in the back of the head as it's holding up its finger at you and walking away. And you just hear it as it just falls down.
What is going on?
Darkler, the
Here,
Did Darkler just see me spit on a cat?
pick one
This
up.
cat was waving its tail in your face, and you spat on it.
I'm gonna pick one up and I'm gonna bring it right over to Darklear.
Darkler's gonna put his
See,
hand out,
see,
like,
see?
get the thing away from me. First of all.
Darkler, the pixies or fairies or something.
At her saying pixies, I'm gonna go over to the cat I punched.
No, don't show him the
and
dead pixie.
I'm gonna pick up the cat. No. I'm gonna pick up the cat I punched.
Darklear. First, that's 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
It spits directly into your eye from like several paces away.
Darkler is upset. Darkler kind of like wipes his face and like looks, just daggers at this cat, and then realizes this is not a cat, but he still is equally angry.
He realizes it is a mini
It wipes its
Darkler.
lower lip at you.
I'm gonna pick up the cat I punched. Dante, throw it. They have wings.
Dante catches the cats. Oh god. That's not a...
That's not a cat.
That's also not a pixie.
Oh.
As he holds it out, it's like this... Not quite like the Mudmen you've seen.
It's a bullywug.
No. It's more like... You know Clayface from Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his
the
base
fudge?
form. This is just like made of like fudge. This like gooey, gross creature. And it's like holding a tree root, and it's swinging wildly, and Dante's like holding it at arm's reach.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna lift up the one I'm holding. Is he with you?
What are you, all of you, seeing? Like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna find another one.
Okay.
Hey, Common. You speak Common?
The one with the stag beetle or the Hercules beetle helmet. Just yeah, we were mostly just waiting for all you Nimrods to get the site.
Oh, here, give me some juice.
What are you?
Come here, Anna. And has Ralkai been
You
spit
get
on?
swiped.
No, I haven't.
That's gross as
I'm
oh.
gonna smack your hand.
Right across Ralkai's face.
I defend.
Spit.
25.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple you.
Okay, so now that I ignore the
Yeah, 26.
See you later.
Here.
Boom! So I've got him in like a full Nelson.
I ignore those two. Now that we all have the site,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to tell us? Or are we just gonna?
How's
Yeah,
Daniel
go with each
reacting, actually?
Has he
He
been
just
spit on?
sees cats, right?
He's just looking around and looking around at you guys at this whole weird situation.
Daniel, what does this look like?
Like you guys are messing around with cats.
We are. That's
Spit.
No. I don't know if Daniel should.
And the one with the helmet, kind of takes off the helmet and sets it to the side. And she's got a pixie cut.
Hey.
Pulls out this roll of parchment, tiny parchment. Greetings, adventurers. We have traveled long and hard to find you. To give you the glorious news. You have been invited to the Samhain Ball.
No.
Is this
You don't even know. You haven't been spat. Oh, you did get spat.
is this in the Feywild?
I'm getting there.
Yes, please.
This is a ball, a grand masquerade ball, being held by the Queen of the Seelie Fae and the King of the Unseelie Court.
Oh.
In the Unseelie Courts on the eve of Samhain to discuss political matters and revel in the hour that they have in Samhain. I don't remember. I'm just the messenger guy.
Is that to us specifically or to adventurers?
That's to you guys, Ket's Motive. And
Okay, what the fuck?
she stows it and puts out a tiny hand to Chingar. I'm Twig, and this is Branch. And
Yeah,
she points
put
at the one with the helmet who is got the green eyes and is kind of scowling at you
I'm
guys.
just gonna put my fingers out.
They shake.
At them saying a masquerade, I'm gonna pull my hat
Uh-huh.
and my cane out of my bag.
I'm just gonna close the dragon skull.
You're gonna need a makeover for sure.
Yes. We don't talk about Chinga. Anyways, is that
The
dude?
Fae have a very strict dress code policy.
Is that guy over there with you? And I'm gonna point over at the blob that Dante may or may not. speak about.
No. He was actually who we were fighting when you guys stumbled across this.
Oh, and then
Clap.
Well, that's the end of that, I guess.
Wait.
before
What is
Chinga
that?
does that,
That was a homunculus.
have there been
Homunculus.
Yeah,
have there been
little creatures made out of clay, usually used to do a wizard's bidding.
Can they be bigger?
oh
I mean, I don't see why not. I think eventually you get into golem territory.
have there been more of them showing up lately?
Nah, that one was just around.
Also,
Elves leave their things lying around a lot.
also, could you tell us if this little boy has been charmed in any way? His mother is quite worried.
She kind of flutters down and stands in front of him. And Branch just kind of pushes her out of the way and squats down on Chingar's hand, squats down in front of him, and looks around his face, kind of smacks his cheek, and just no,
What's
No,
wrong with him?
there's
there's nothing.
So his mother's just being paranoid.
I mean,
Mira's here right now.
Yeah.
she
Yeah, I know.
just sees cats.
This cat just slaps her son's
well,
face.
I mean, there is one thing.
What?
Well, anything out of the range
What
of
is it?
normal is
This
abnormal.
kid's got no soul.
That's a big deal.
I mean, he's not charmed. That's what you asked. If he's
No,
charms.
you're right.
All right,
That's what I asked.
So real quick, you're a Fae, you're familiar with Fae, etc., etc. Do Do you know who might be making homunculi? Who may be stealing souls? Darklear, what's this freak look like?
I pull out the picture.
Is Darklear is Ralkai a good drawer?
Yeah, drawer.
Drawer? Drawer? Is he a good drawer?
Is he a good doll hair?
Nope, that doesn't look like anyone Fae related, I guess. No one that I know, at least.
Darkliz had a vision of her on top of a pile of Fae, all dead.
Well, that sounds ominous.
It does indeed. And
That doesn't sound good.
also on the note of ominous and not good, how would this child have even gotten his soul stolen?
Some people are just born without one.
No, this has happened to him recently.
Yes, the mother...
Was it?
I'm going to gesture over to Mira. She said she noticed a drastic change in her.
Angry necromancers. Some monsters do
Roughly about a month ago.
Right here.
She says other children have had this happen to her.
it.
Other children, this has happened to. Not to her.
I don't know. Like I said, like Twig said, we're just messengers, really.
I thank you, but is there a way that you would know of possibly? Can you steal a soul back and give it back to the original
If you
owner?
can find where it's being kept.
Lucy, our job was to figure out what was wrong with the child, yeah?
Okay, no, don't.
Is the soul type
Don't, I know what you're...
Chinga,
No.
Yes.
don't say anything, please.
Hey, you just locate objects and the soul is right there behind his ear. Woo, look at that!
Alright, great. How do we get to the insular...
How do
what?
we?
How do we get to the palace?
How do we attend your ball?
Well,
Goes out in Chingar's head.
That's his butt.
Oh yeah, that's his butt.
Mariachi music coming out of his butt. Just very faintly.
It was just all of a sudden boob on my shoulder.
It is kind of resting there, yeah.
Genial!
She just has slowly been sliding down the arm of the couch, and her boob just rested on my shoulder.
Look, this isn't that kind of podcast.
Oh, it's that kind of party.
How do we get to this ball?
Yeah.
well, we've got to go back to the Feywild, and we've got to travel to the Unseelie Court, the Unseelie Palace.
So can
Right now?
I mean, preferably.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
I'm Mount Chingar.
I accept.
Mira, we have an idea
yes.
of what's wrong.
Okay. Stuff to do with these cats?
Absolutely.
The cat.
But don't worry about it. We have a lead. Take Daniel home. We'll be back in a couple days.
I
Okay.
lift Daniel up.
Time is of the essence, remember.
No, it is, which is why we have to leave now, and you need to go home with Daniel. Don't let him out of your sight. You need to keep an eye on him.
Oh, and if Chingar says anything to you in the next 5 minutes, he's lying.
Ignore him. He
Lucy's pretty attractive.
Can I roll a performance to be attractive?
Yeah, sure.
18.
Yeah, Lucy flexes and there's a little anime wins.
That was the most
I can't
odd
believe I
point disc.
Can't believe I just witnessed a murder.
in-game Warren.
by your old character's child.
Damn.
In-game Warren is just like,
Lucy knows he's beautiful.
she's slow clapping and nodding at Chinga.
Actually, you know what? Do you really want to play this game, Chingar?
No,
What game?
we have to go.
Lucy, he's a child. He's a child, Lucy.
He offended me.
You're right, no, children need to learn.
They need to learn. Make me a wisdom save.
13.
At least I'm a real boy. Vicious mockery.
The one damage Shingar can't resist. Psychic damage.
Roll damage.
How much damage do you take?
Oh no, I'm not even worried about it. I just want it to sting.
He just died, right? He's taken a lot of damage today.
The emotional damage is done. Chingar is going to be, I'm not a real
Lucy
boy.
adjusts his hat, unbuttons the top button on his shirt, walks into the forest.
Okay.
No,
And
Lucy,
you
come
said
back.
that I needed to stop with my problems.
Don't talk to me.
Well, I suppose if we need to fix Daniel, we need to get going.
Has Mira left already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do suppose.
Solar's gone.
Forever.
Solar's disappeared.
Solar's gone?
He was
Daniel was
joking.
riding her.
Oh, I literally turned to you
His cat now.
and said I took Daniel off of Solara.
He's the ranger now.
He's the third ranger our party needs.
We're all
No,
rangers
Jenny has
now.
lost her ranger ability.
No. Solara is the ranger, and Daniel's the beast companion.
God.
I would like to hold the
And it's all in noir style.
the mini Darkleer.
Mini Darklear.
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah.
was like,
Well,
I don't
that's
have
why
any.
he's grumpy.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
I just want to hold him.
I'm just gonna gesture over
she be
to him.
Scoop.
I'm gonna gesture over to Branch and I'm just gonna be like, he's literally a mini you, Darklear. Look at his little swords.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Girl.
Oh, she's literally.
They both have pixie cuts. Everybody's got pixie cuts.
Very androgynous.
Wait, so there was Twig and Branch, yeah?
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna pick up Twig and
What about the other six?
Six.
Can we please get going?
Foot soldiers, it looks like.
yeah, I pick them up and we're going.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
All right. I mean, you've already kind of accepted the invitation by stepping into the circle, so. And Twig and Branch high five. And you guys feel like you're being pulled through time and space from like
Oh, God.
your clavicle. Like you're just suddenly lurch forward and you guys do a Doctor Who thing, just all the way through that tunnel thing. And you guys onto the ground
Oh,
in the same clearing.
what just happened? Nothing's changed.
Welcome to the Feywilds.
This is the exact same thing
They
we just left.
Gesture.
Nobody move.
I'm not moving.
Did you lose your contact because it's not here?
I've heard that if you kick a plant in the Feywild, it eats you.
It might be
I mean,
true.
it might. I thought you were gonna say that if you kick a plant in the Feywild, it kills a real plant in like the real world, or like someone dies in the real world.
No, that's too cliche. No, it just eats you.
Oh,
I think.
I mean, probably.
I'm gonna punch a flower.
No.
The flower is punched.
Oh.
Give me a
I
con save.
Myth, but oh.
do I know where I am?
You're in the Feywild.
I mean,
Well,
in
two.
what area of the Feywild? Is it anywhere near where I was previously?
18 plus 3, 21.
Okay, you succeed as these spores just like go straight up your nose. They smell like chocolate.
That sounds
Yeah, that sounds like a heart attack.
I was gonna say myth busted.
No, this doesn't look familiar to you. You mostly, when you were in the Feywild, hung out with Neoliki, in one, like, centralized area. So, you're not surprised you don't know the entire world, the entire plane.
I look at Twig and I'm just like, where is the nearest guardian here?
Oh, boy, so, you're into those folklore. Guardians don't just chill here, they're, doll. They live in the Hidden Grove. And we don't go to the Hidden Grove. Because people who go to the Hidden Grove die.
I didn't.
She rolls her eyes at you. Okay, alright. The Hidden Grove is where the goddess Neoliki is said to live. And if you step foot in there, you die. That's just the rules. That's why we avoid it. If you see a guardian, you turn and walk the other way for a mile or two, and then you go around the area you were going to. If you're on your way to your cousin's house and suddenly guardian, you don't have a cousin anymore.
It's their cousin now.
It's
I'm
his
just gonna-
cousin now.
I'm just gonna turn to her and I'm just gonna look really concerned and I'll be like, but what about the blight?
What about it?
It's there.
I mean, it's in a big garbage area of the Feywild.
But
It's a big empty space.
apparently no one knows what's going on in the Feywild. I'm just gonna like start muttering to myself, almost
I
like
mean,
I'm
the blight's a
crazy.
thing. We all hate it. We all avoid it, just like the Hidden Grove. There's lots of things you just learn to avoid if you're very small and also in the Feywild.
Well,
Yeah, very small.
I'll have to go back to the Hidden Grove.
It's your funeral.
Yeah. What if you die?
You guys, I told you before. Well, I didn't tell you, Lucy.
Yeah,
I told the rest of everybody.
This-
that
this
was
is
when
all
you
news
went
for me.
Then
What?
it might be different now.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I mean, before we went to Korova, it was fine. Now it's not.
I mean,
Oh wow, you guys were in that
can't-
shithole Korova?
Oh yeah, we toppled
Yes.
the government.
Oh, thank the Lord. They were always on me about taxes.
we'll continue. I will tell you about this later. But As
Yeah,
far
I-
as you guys know, I have been to the Grove before.
You know, after today, I feel like there's a lot I need to be filled in on.
As
Right.
we're walking and following
I'm
the
a robot.
little dudes, I'm going to fill.
What? What? No one tell me Chingar's a robot.
I'm gonna fill Lucy in on what happened in Kurova the best I can.
And what happened in Crow, Escada?
We were
I
in
tried to be a
Kurova and
baker.
we played D&D Live for a couple of sessions.
D&D
and
Life
then-
Edition.
And then Bjorn got arrested, and Darkler was the cause of a gay couple being murdered.
I also
And
killed Jesus.
Also, we killed
Awesome.
Jesus. Also, old ladies are sketchy as shit. Don't trust them when they invite you in and they have 50 cats.
I knew that she was a snake the second I laid eyes on her, but Jeff said, no, she's fine. I was like,
Darkler
no.
knows everyone's a snake.
And
It was like a
then...
1984 situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Brother's watching
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And then was,
Bjorn got thrown in jail for magic use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for domestic violence, even though it wasn't
And for not feeding his child.
He,
Oh,
would-
yeah.
he wouldn't
And for
feed
negligence.
me.
And for not feeding Chingar,
For not
who's
feeding a
robot. Who
warforged.
doesn't
Oh
eat tea.
boy.
And, and we met the Gold Dragon Society. Or the
Elder
Golden-
Brain.
And there was an Elder Brain, and it was like, we were like 50 hit points or whatever.
It was
killing
90
it.
hit points. I was
90,
less than a
we
round.
could have killed it in the next round, and Jack's like, it's gonna leave, and we were like, the shit. But my favorite,
We're still bitter about it, if you couldn't tell.
my favorite was, we were all like,
Don't
does
talk
this
about
hit?
Elder
And Jack
Brain.
was just like, let me give you a hint. It's a brain, and that was probably my favorite moment. And then we toppled the government. And now we're in Asperia. The end. Jack, also, what the fuck?
What?
Jack, what's that picture on your phone?
The
Damn.
fuck is that?
I think that's
Jeff Kaplan as,
on Torbjorn's turret.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see this.
It's
Okay.
it's-
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Hey,
lead us, please.
Morth.
Yes?
That's a great story, but would you be a deer and I don't want to get lost. Would you mind Lucy holds out his hand. Would you please?
I
if
take
you-
his hand. I'll lead you.
Okay.
You know this
Leading
is
the blind.
this is effective.
What?
You know, Chingar, we're not really on speaking terms right now.
If you wanted to hold hands, Lucy, all you had to do is ask, and I'll just take Lucy's hand.
Great. Lucy
Alright,
visibly
I hold his
becomes
other hand.
one shade redder.
Alright. Now, we have to make a quick stop before we head out for the unsealed court.
Hopefully it's not at your cousin's house, because I've heard it's your guardian's cousin now.
Try to be on your best behavior. No smart ass comments. No
More
train
gonna
wrecks. She kind of side eyes homeboy over here, the Warforged boy.
Do you have
Do
your
you have any
wings on?
fancier dress? Then maybe put it on now.
I'm going to use my robes of disguise, and I'm going to have nice clothes.
Remember to bow. Remember to say please, thank you. What else? Yeah, I think that's it.
I'd like to note my hat is basically frozen to a crisp because it's a bag of colding, not holding.
Your hat is you keep your hat in a bag of colding?
Yeah, man, I gotta
It's
have
real
it
crisp.
everywhere.
It's real crisp.
You never know when you need a hat.
With Lucy's free hand, he's like fixing up his makeup, putting on some highlights, and gussing up.
And what's Shingar doing?
I take
Shingar
off
with
the skull.
his dragon skull, his stiletto.
Darkler
Darkler
Right.
opens the
Small.
bag.
I'm putting my skull in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
You could,
I take off the daddy boy schmuck in the bag.
What about the heels?
I'm keeping the heels. Those are formal.
those are made for walking.
What about
That's
the wings?
just what they'll do.
I climb into the bag.
Okay.
You could probably ask.
You could just climb into the bag.
Give me 20 minutes.
You guys could probably
Yeah, he's
ask
gonna
the
swap-
bag for your
swap
dress
his clothes.
clothes.
Probably.
And in the bag, I'm gonna swap out my plates
Okay.
because I can't take those off.
I suppose if we absolutely must,
You probably should.
Darkler will also change and he'll ask the bag for his shit. Since it's his shit, he bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the bag gonna bite me?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys do have stuff from your party.
Yeah.
Mhm. Anna asks Darkler,
I don't know.
may I get in the bag, please?
if you really want to see Chinga naked.
I just want to ask for my clothing, Morinth. I don't particularly have a fetish for Warforged.
Oh, no need to get snappy. Chinga's never naked. That's how he was built, darling.
And I actually kind of cracks a smile at that. He's Darkly, please.
Darkly kind of tosses his bag at her.
She gets in the bag and she gets her stuff and then
Your dress has a
it.
ketchup stain on it.
Why?
I don't know. It's been in the house. There's people there. There's Colwick there. There's Paige there. Someone's
I'm
got
gonna-
ketchup on it.
Colwick put your
Or
dress
someone mopped
on.
up
He just
ketchup
wanted.
with it.
Yeah, Colwick put your dress on. He wanted to feel fancy. He hasn't really reached the age to understand what's like formal wear for men and women. We try to raise him very neutrally.
Yeah, I can respect it.
Okay,
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna ask the bag for another dress then.
It's not the problem. Isn't that he was wearing a dress. The problem is that
He got ketchup
he
on it.
didn't know how to put his sleeves up while he was eating a big juicy hamburger.
Anyway,
Or he was going through Anna's room with the juicy hamburger.
He was just going around everybody's room chopping a big old juicy ham. And
I'm gonna ask the bag for a different dress. Does it give me one?
what kind of dress?
A really fancy one.
Okay.
I was gonna bite you.
How fancy is the price?
Wait, so a dress you already... How many dresses does Anna own? Was it just
One.
She lives in the wilds for 12 years.
Why can't you have magic items that change for you?
I mean, I could,
After
but
I
I.
change out
Oh
my,
god, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Pam Anderson's dress.
After I change out my back plates, I'm gonna ask the back of my tux.
Okay, give you.
It's gonna be Pam Anderson's dress.
It's gonna be the final Pam's dress.
The final Pam.
Tiny baby.
It'll be like the most gorgeous dress that anyone's ever seen before, but I'm gonna be
It'll
like.
be Ariel's black dress.
You take 45 points of damage.
Got it.
Why?
As you just start bleeding from somewhere, just down into the ground, into the little network of runes on the ground. The skull chatters, and boom, dress in the pile of blood. Just kidding. It's
It's red, so you can't see it.
boom, dress on the ground.
But it does smell weird.
What is the dress? Describe this dress to me. I just
It's a
paid.
dress.
It's a potato sack dress.
It's Chanel.
It's an enchanted potato sack. You can make potatoes appear in it.
What? No, seriously.
Take it. Deal. I hit the deal button.
Oh my god.
It's an emerald green dress. Very long, very flowing. It's got a split up one side. It is of elven make, of the highest degree. You think you might have stolen this from some queen somewhere's wardrobe.
Beautiful.
Oh boy.
A
From the Citadel.
Fae Queen's wardrobe. Yeah, she's gonna be naked tonight.
Imagine if they just stole it from the Citadel.
You stole it from the Unseelie Courts. You guys get there for the party, like, hey, what the, come on!
They're like, isn't that my dress?
One of us better change.
I'm gonna ask Darkler's bag for a ruby watch.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That sounded very hesitant.
I've still got my black iron gauntlet on.
While everyone's getting ready and
That's fancy.
paying the blood price, I'm going to turn to Lucy. Lucy, if you wanted, you could ask the bag for nicer clothes.
Oh,
I'm not saying you don't look nice now, but if you had
you know,
a dress outfit you wanted to wear.
I really considered it, but, you know, this outfit's been with me for a long time. It's just who I am, and, you know, I feel like I'd come off better, you know, more real,
I can respect that.
more professional.
But it does look like your mustache is wilted a bit. You might want to
Oh, no!
poke that up, darling.
47 points of damage as a ruby encrusted wristwatch lands at your feet.
Lucy
Thank you.
reaches into his chest and grabs two slick fingers of griffin grease and starts twirling his
Ew.
mustache.
Do you get that from Darkler's room?
No,
Shut
no, no.
the fuck up,
No, no,
first
He
of all.
orders his
I have
own.
that griffin grease.
Like the cup specifically says Lucy's stash. Like it was
Oh my
made
God.
for him.
Yeah.
A special deal with Dendar.
Yeah, it is Dendar branded. Dendar.
And
it
he's
says.
making his mustache look
What
fine.
race is Dendar on this logo?
It's Dendar. It's Dendar.
Yeah, half orc.
It's Dendar. Dendar. It's
Um,
Dendar.
and he's bringing his beard into
Half
that
orc
nice
with a bald,
that nice
thumbs up.
point.
Yeah.
That Count Dooku point.
More, I need help with the bow
When
tie.
when
I don't
Shingar
know-
comes
I
out
don't
of the
know
bag,
how.
Anna's gonna get in the bag so that she can get dressed and make sure that the armor is there, like everything is there.
Oh, and Morinth,
Yeah.
between you and I, my tux still has a giant burn hole in the chest,
Oh.
and I'm not willing to pay a blood price.
I cast mending.
No, I actually have.
You don't
mending.
have spells.
I have mending.
It's fine.
Once it's been magicked, it's never the same.
I'm sure we can find a nice Taylor in Asperia. And then I'm gonna kind of swat.
Ruins the hemlines.
Ruins the
Swat Chingar's
headlines.
hands out of the way. I'm gonna tie his bow tie for him really quick.
Thank you.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
I hope you all would be so proud.
Oh yeah, and prestidigitation just making my whole getup just shiny, just twinkling.
Dante
when-
still was just wearing his big boots, leather pants, white frilly shirt, red leather jacket.
Oh, Dante.
Yeah.
Lucy gets down and flips open his suitcase and just pulls out a tie. Ties that up for him.
Oh, Dante's not gonna like that.
A tie on an open collared shirt.
No, it's closed now.
Oh no. Listen, hey, I used to be considered very fancy.
And tightens up that he buttons his captain's jacket so it's all tight, and then he prestidigitates him all shiny,
Better find my hat.
and now he looks real good.
You look good.
'Cause it's like-
Okay.
He looks like a game show host because of that red ass jacket. He looks like fucking your neighbor.
Darkler, can I get in the back for just a moment?
I suppose, but we really must be moving.
Bag, I need Dante's hat.
Wait, are
You're
you
going
getting
to
in
die.
the bag?
Hey, what? Oh, Dante,
In
you
someone
don't.
else's possession right now.
Oh, Dante, you don't have a hat.
Fucking Gorlock.
Gorlock?
Yeah.
The city guard guy.
No.
Who's
Gorlock, the dwarf.
Yeah. Not the dwarf.
I don't think that was his name.
Was it not Gorlock the dwarf?
Gorlan?
No, Gorlan is the.
Gorlan is D&D
Griftol.
Vegas.
Griftol.
Griftol was the dwarf.
Griftol.
Griftol has his hat?
Griftol has to have it. Griftol had his ship. He had all of Dante's things.
Isn't he dead?
Don't worry.
He's undead.
Lucy flips out his top hat from his tux and just, there we go.
Never mind.
I'm when Anna gets out of the bag. Hey, Lauren,
Yes, dear.
do you mind doing my hair again?
Darling, I can only do so much for you people. Come in.
Oh, and as long as they're in the bag, we can keep walking.
Okay.
Please, let's go.
You do a real fancy job.
It's very nice hair. I may or may not have trimmed it. You don't know.
Alright. Okay. Alright, okay.
We're there.
You're there. You're at this unsealy court. You win the game. Everything's good.
Oh shit, level
Your fairy
20.
is fixed. You have your honeybees back, and there's a meadery, and it's all good.
And they're awakened.
And they're awakened bees, and they talk to you and have
They woke
tea.
as fuck.
And then you put honey in your tea, and everything fucking falls apart from there.
They become self-aware.
It all becomes down. It all
Yeah,
goes
it's
down to-
like it's like the fucking Terminator but with bees.
What goes next time?
What's happening, Jack?
Alright, you guys are walking through this forest, and you guys, Feywild is, pretty wild so far, I'd say. You guys have just been walking through forest, and it's just the same damn trees. But, like, every once in a while, you'll see a bird. Like,
That's a bird.
yeah, every once in a while you'll see a bird, and that's never a thing you've seen before is a bird. Ralkaya is fucking, like, taken aback. No. You guys see a bird that's made of sapphires.
Oh.
Like a hummingbird, and it just kind of flits around and, like, it dashes off into the trees. And, like, you see what looks like a shambling, like, anthill mound. And you see all these, like, little stink bugs, like, shooting in and out of, like, these holes. Like a mountain that's, like, crisscrossed with tunnels. And there's, like, this turtle thing at the bottom of it. And it looks like it's actually one big organism, this thing. And you just see these, like, these creatures that are just ridiculous as you guys go through. Alright, now we're almost there. We were fortunately we were pretty close. This would be this would probably be one of you guys' citadels in your world. Maybe, I don't know. It's some big kingdom in your world, some big castle in your world. Remember, be respectful, bow, kneel, all the things. Here we go. And you guys crest over this small, like, hill type thing. And before you see this massive castle that looks like it's like a cross between a massive castle and the biggest tree you've ever seen. Like, this thing is this massive white, like not albino like the tree in your world, but this huge white like world tree type thing with like these crisscrossing like branches and roots and everything, making windows and hallways and doors and all these things. And below you see thousands of these people that are just like beyond description. Like, you see these people that are like, elves are considered like very beautiful in your world, but these are like beyond that, every one of them. And they all have like these various like butterfly wings or like just different kinds of like these beautiful like insect wings with all these like pastel colors and like golds and whites, and everyone's dressed like beautifully. And they're walking through these streets and everything's very clean, everything's pristine. And you see them just all walking through this city.
Where are we?
This is the Sealy Court, the Sealy Kingdom. This is where I'm from, me, Twig. This is where me and my crew are from.
Oh, lovely. It looks like quite a lovely place.
It's something. It's
At
pretty
least-
dope.
At least on the surface.
I mean, I live here.
I'm sure you do.
So, we're going to have a meeting with the Queen. Again, Mud cannot stress this enough. Respectful, poised, other words that just, please. And you guys begin walking through the streets, and you guys are like getting all these weird looks from these fairies, like full-fledged fairies. Like watching you guys as you walk down these streets. And you see that as you start approaching the palace, there are these like guards, and some of them are fairies that kind of look almost like the pixies, like wearing like these almost like bug-like armor, but these are like huge and like these gleaming metal armors, and they're accompanied by these huge like 8.5 feet tall, almost like dryads. Well, not quite dryads, because dryads are like people that just live in trees. But these are like people made out of trees.
Like roots.
Kind of, and they have like no mouths. They have like these eyes that look like there's kind of holes in the wood, and they glow from inside with like this kind of golden light. And these things are massive, and they just kind of like rotate their heads to watch you with this creaking of wood. And these things look like Chingar. One of these things looks like it could pin you very easily.
Just with each step,
Groot.
Groot.
And these things just watch you, and there's like almost 100 fairies and these tree people lining the road up to the front door of the castle.
Holding
Sana
your
just
lip?
spilled water all over herself.
I just squirted water out of my water bottle on you.
She's getting ready for the queen.
It's fine. It's fine. I must be moist for the queen.
Moisturize me.
You say at this moment.
Let's stop. That's the one episode I've seen of Doctor Who, and I was like, no. Not interested.
That's fair. That one episode was really.
I think that's the one episode I haven't seen.
That's what I've
Wait,
heard.
who is that
That's
with?
what I've heard.
It's
Rose.
like episode 2.
And
There's like a
Tenet.
when there's like a
Rose and
face,
Tenet?
Like on
not
the
No, it was
Doctor?
ninth.
That's why I haven't
It was
seen it, because I didn't
Was
watch
it ninth?
Oh yeah.
and she's
It's
all
like
like
episode 2.
moist.
This is my
Anyway, back to
into the
D&D.
face super. And I was like,
Anyway, back to D&D.
hard pass.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
it was
back to
that.
D&D. Anyway,
People
back
watch
to
this
D&D.
show for just the timely pop culture references.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. No, they watch this because it's funny.
Anyway, back to
Back to
D&D.
D&D, the game that I wrote for.
Hey, stop stalling!
You're stalling. Fuck you.
Just go.
Where were we? You guys come to these grand doors, and I hate saying that everything has these big Dark Souls doors,
But it's got big Dark Souls doors.
Everything in this world has
but
big
it does.
Dark Souls doors.
Actually, it's more like
Automatic
this
doors.
natural, like huge doorway. Because I don't know how a tree would grow a door.
You sing magic to it, that's true.
And
Speak, friend, and enter.
as you guys walk through this giant doorway, you see this room that's like you see all these fairies wearing like extremely fancy dresses, like puts the one Anna has on to shame.
So the rest of us look like garbage.
Oh, for sure.
Excuse you, I'm wearing also a
Hey.
nice dress.
How
I
about
didn't say this, but Lucy even went as far as to put on fake lashes. He looks fine.
He looks good.
fucking fine.
I look good for a robot.
He may not be College of Glamour, but
I want one of those dresses.
Heinrich would pull it off.
actually, as we're walking in, can I do a performance check just to look fine?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Here we go. Don't fuck me.
Real low, I can guarantee it.
27.
Lucy looks great. There's some doves that fly out from behind him as he enters the door.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you guys enter and there's these kind of like tables set up, like very small scale Hogwarts main hall.
Okay.
And you see there's this big throne that looks like the very heart of this tree has grown into it. And it's got this like crisscrossed back and these like nice swirly bits up at the top of the throne. And on it you see this extremely tall fairy woman. Like, I want to say 10 feet?
That's a big woman.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like god status
It's a big woman.
And she's got like this she's got this dress on, this like strapless dress that looks like a big flower, like upside down, like very like flares out at the bottom to like ridiculous proportions. This big golden flower, and she's this very like round woman with this dark skin and hair pulled back into two
Pigtails.
Buns.
pigtails, I guess. I don't know. Got this curly hair pulled into these
Like
two
like
pigtails.
90s style, pulled back, but still super curly in the back.
Yeah.
Like a bumblebee.
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
Don't look at me like that.
I don't know how that really fits, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
Like a bumblebee.
Like a bumblebee.
Like an awakened bumblebee. Real nice hair.
Real nice hair, like a bumblebee.
Okay, so we're walking down, walking fast. Faces past and we're thrown bound.
Thrown down into the pits.
Where we belong.
And you see that these fancy fairies kind of look at you guys, and immediately just like the pixies that are with you just like drop down out of the sky into a kneeling position, like leaving this little dust trail behind them,
I follow suit.
and they bow very deeply.
I'm mimicking
How
this
far away
fairy
from the queen are
dancing.
they?
You guys are like 35 feet.
35 feet?
Very small for them.
Does it look like they'd be offended if I got closer?
You don't know. They're just like watching you. Everyone's watching you.
Alright, Lucy's is gonna take that chance.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get maybe 5 feet away from her feet.
Okay. You
Get-
kind of hear some shuffling of like blades from the guards, but nothing.
Very, very swooping motion and gets down on one knee, alright? And he puts out his hand as to kiss her hand, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
Okay.
Does she?
She puts her hand in yours.
As he takes her giant hand. I know you must have heard this a lot. As if spring ever does compare. But, Your Majesty, you make me feel renewed. Smooch.
Gross.
She kind of like cocks her head towards you, and you see this slow smile creep across her face as she kind of nods to you. And I'm assuming you step back at this point.
Yeah. No, fall back in line, yeah.
Yeah. Who's bowing?
I am.
We all are.
Deep.
I am
Sure.
following
Deep.
exactly what these
I
pixies are
bow
doing.
to one man. Fraser
Jesus.
Blue.
Jesus.
You all bow. Rakaya bows to Fraser Blue.
Yes.
He bows, but inside he's like, it's to Fraser. ass.
He bows backwards.
He's like bending backwards, like.
Oh God, no.
He's just doing a back bend.
Welcome to my kingdom, outsiders.
We're happy to be here. We understand we've been summoned for your ball.
Ah, yes, the Harvest Ball. You are to accompany me and my elite few to the Unseelie Courts as protection.
Protection. Shouldn't your Fey guardians be more than enough?
Oh, yes, but the Unseelie have their own Fey guardians, and should political matters turn rough, we want the assistance of the god-slaying Ketzmodeth.
Godslaying.
That does seem.
Ah, yes, yes.
You know who was in God Slayers or King Slayers?
Yes, yes, the devil god Rakshasa in your world. We've heard all about it.
The rock
And any adventurers that could kill a god can certainly protect
Are you
us.
talking about the vaguely sexy Rakshasa statue we have in our garden?
I'm sure I don't know.
The
I just
the
know that,
Rakshasa that was after Asperia.
Ah, yes, yes.
He was. I accept your graces. However, we are just from the material plane.
Oh, don't be so modest.
Lucy's gonna mumble to more. That's a real Rakshasa. That thing's real.
I'm gonna kind of lean over and be like, yes, he was at one point.
He was a real boy, but now he is not.
So, I've hired you on as our personal guardians.
We do, however, have a very time-sensitive issue on our hands, Your Majesty.
More time sensitive than the Harvest Moon Ball in
It
but a day's
involves
time.
it involves the Harvest Festival.
Yes, it does
And it-
strongly relate.
It takes place on the material plane, which, as anyone would know, time travels differently
Yes.
between the two. We have a child whose soul has been lost that we have been hired to recover.
Well, that's too bad. I'm not quite sure what to tell you.
His name is David. He's from Fellwood.
Daniel.
Daniel. It's David now.
It's Daniel.
Darkly says that his name is David. Everyone, Daniel. His name is Daniel. From Fellwood.
She kind of like sits there thinking in her throne. So what you're saying is that you can't assist me.
Anything but, Your Majesty. We'll be there.
She nods and smiles again. Good, perfect. Well, we head out in the morning. You're welcome to stay in our honored guest rooms. We head out at the break of dawn tomorrow.
Fantastic.
She nods and kind of opens her arm, and the twig just like jumps up and like leads you guys down a hallway, like, or goes ahead down a hallway and motions towards you guys.
I'm right behind him.
Her.
No branches, the girl.
And
They're
as
both
we
gross.
leave, just to lay on this grossness that makes everyone want to facepalm.
Makes me want to bomb.
Fuck. I await the time to see your vision again. The gayest of gay, and we leave. I leave.
Yep.
Alright. And as you guys walk about 50 feet down this hallway and like down a different hallway, Twig just
When we're out of earshot, Darklayer's gonna turn to Lucy. Very serious, very stern looking face. If we're not able to save this boy, it's not on me. Is that clear?
And we're acting a unit.
I understand that.
Now,
But I want you to know that if anyone gets the blame on, it typically ends up being me. I want it to be clear that this is not my fault.
we handle it as a group. And Lucy glances between everyone. Right? We're a group here.
Darkler generally does get the blame when things go wrong.
All right.
Well, I've been on the surface for 7 years, and anything that has ever gone wrong in any of the cities, whether or not it was my fault, has been blamed on me. If we don't save this child, I want all of us to understand, and I want Mira especially to understand that the loss of Daniel is not on me.
Okay.
Don't worry, Darkler. We won't let anyone point fingers at you.
Lucy kind of takes Darklear's hand, like very firm grip. Darklear, you're not the only one whose people has caused a lot of terror amongst this world. I know what it's like to be blamed. And if anyone's to blame, it's this family. We do this together or not at all. You aren't alone, Darklear. Stop acting like it. Now, my intention is that we're dealing with a high-profile Fae. One that would not miss this ball. I'm getting a real two birds with one stone. No offense, Rockaya. Feeling here. And I think we can lure out the person we're after at this ball.
I agree, and it definitely would have been a bad move to turn down the queen in her court.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, actually, real quick. Lucy.
So glad you didn't do that.
I'm gonna kind of like.
I feel like I think people would have died. Actually.
I agree.
Lucy takes out a little notebook, flips open over a few pages, and makes a check. And it says flirt with a Fae Queen. Tucks it away.
Alright. Like she said, the honored guest quarters are for you to sleep tonight. Anything in there, it's free reign.
Wait. Did you say free?
Yeah.
Boy, yeah, show me where this is at. You got wine?
Leads you down into almost like this big, the fanciest hotel suite, but twice that.
This is like a 10-star hotel.
Basically.
Damn.
It's like it's like there's a whole living room and kitchen and everything. It's basically like a small house, but a hotel room. Mm-hmm. And you're let in, and there's these kind of dancing lights that are actually small creatures, and you guys have this gorgeous view of you're high up in the middle of the city, in this tree, and you have this view over these massive gardens and farmlands of the Sealy Court.
Is it like a full length window?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you guys have this fully stocked kitchen full of these beautiful, colorful berries and plants and things, and you have all sorts of fully stocked bar, fully stocked kitchen. This huge God.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry, we have to acknowledge this for the podcast. Jordan, how did you stick 3D4 to your fucking forehead?
I am very sweaty.
I wish we had
like
gotten a
this.
picture of that.
Now Kason and Anthony.
Holy shit.
Anyway,
Try it at home. Get real sweaty in a room full of 7 people, and then try to stick a D4 to your forehead. The D4 head. Anyway.
The D for it.
Yeah, and you guys have this great big
Jordan.
Jace, Jordan.
Take a picture of this, please.
take a picture of this. Yeah, take this.
So we're... I'm dying.
Take that too.
The blur.
I wasn't expecting.
So yeah, it's really nice. How many
Yeah.
beds are there?
Sorry. I wasn't
there's enough for you to.
Wow, this is a big room.
Well, like I said, it's there's a big family room, kitchen area, and then it splits off into more doors that have big rooms.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna take off my my tux, make sure I don't rip it in my sleep, and then for just a little bit, I'm gonna stand in front of this giant window and admire everything.
It's real pretty.
Very lovely.
The reason there's myths about the Feywild.
Darklear also starts unbuttoning all of his extra layers, like his cape and his jacket and all that stuff. Starts taking them off and starts laying it like over couches and whatnot.
Dante just strips down to his pants.
Oh,
Darklay's keeping his shirt on.
this
And his
was
boots
a
and his
bit
pants.
ago, but
Especially
that
his
flower, those spores, I'm immune to poison. So it's a little too late. But
Monk bullshit.
yes.
Your dice match your hat.
Thanks.
So as he
You're
tosses
welcome.
this stuff over, he kind of turns to Twig
Mm-hmm.
and says, will there be anything else?
No. Just be ready to go tomorrow, dawn.
Sorry. Little, jet lagged via plane shift. What time is it?
Oh boy. All the questions you could ask. It's not really the same here.
Will we be
Feywild.
called beforehand?
Yeah. You'll get a wake up call.
How long before dawn, I should say?
She kind of just shrugs.
Great.
Well, I'm going to bed.
Powers down right in front of the fucking window.
That's fair. A wake up call would vastly be appreciated as we are not from here.
Like this is gonna be a very high stress mission
We're used to stress.
for me.
Don't worry, Twig. We'll protect you.
D6.
Alright, well, get some rest. It's a long way to the Unseelie Court.
So I didn't
Lots
hear,
of danger between here and there.
We'll be fine.
I didn't hear the question Anthony asked. Was it where the bedrooms are, or?
The bedroom's like off to the side.
Okay.
From what I gather, it's
Um,
kind of like a townhouse.
Oh.
From what I understand, it's gonna be you guys and maybe me or someone going ahead, making sure everything's safe for the Queen's convoy, and then she'll be behind us. So you don't have to directly stay stationed with her, but you have to go and clear ahead any baddies or monsters ahead of us. So we're leaving a little before her. I
I
think
do
that's
have a
everything.
question,
Yeah.
however. On our trip here, my bowstring broke. Do you happen to have a weaponsmith or someone where I can get another?
Yeah, we've got people who can fix your bow. I'll have it fixed for you in the night.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Fake creatures that fix stuff in the night.
Jack's
Dab, dab, dab.
Once she
Hello,
leaves,
Faye.
so Darkler just kind of like piles his stuff like on a chair or couch or whatever is there, and as when Twig leaves, he's going to turn to the party.
Mhm.
Is she left?
Yeah.
Okay. Darkly kind of turns to the party, kind of eyes Anna for a second.
Yes.
Now, what is everything that's going on?
I do believe it sounds like we're doing a scouting mission for the Queen's
No,
convoy.
I understand our current mission that we're having to abandon our second for. Anna, he like eyes you very sternly. What is going on?
Are you talking about my outburst?
Yes, your outburst.
Anna has a lot of feelings.
Dante's shirtless eating a, like, imagine like a cherry, but it's the size of your whole torso.
That's
He's not munching on that.
Jesus.
The Feywilds.
I need you to explain to me, particularly, how I'm connected to your town, your village's demise.
I don't know much other than what my flashbacks have shown me, but
While all this is going down, Morinth is searching for some nice wine or champagne, and
There is all of it.
she's gonna drink it, and she's just gonna watch this happen and just sip slowly, leaning back against the
what's the town's
counter.
name again?
What?
What's the town's
Elwood.
name again? Elwood. Okay.
Fellwood.
Fellwood. I always want to say Feywood, but it's Fellwood.
No, that's Fellwood.
So, Darklear.
Gelwood was the town from Arthur.
No, you're
Um, Fellwood, as it is now, lives on the grounds of which my town originally was. My town was a very honorable military town that Dragonborn and High Elves lived together in. The
It is from Arthur.
the military base there, we
Jack.
were...
In,
I'm
Zone in,
saying
zone in,
something.
motherfucker.
That's about it.
You are the world.
We were researching ways to make better poisons for use of other societies, whether it be magical or not. Specifically in the vicinity of drow poison, as it is the deadliest, as you know. While this was going on, I really don't know much, as far as I was pretty young at that point in time. Lilithane infiltrated my military town. In doing this, she made all of the Dragonborn somehow or another turn against the High Elves. Because of this, the whole town was destroyed. I was the only one that escaped due to the fact that I killed my best friend Artemis and left. The reason why I say that you are partially the reason why my town was destroyed was because Lilithane was hunting a drow by the name of Darklear Mizram. Now, I'm not sure if that is you, but I'm fairly certain as not many drow are named Darklear Mizram. The biggest problem as to why I blame you partially is due to the fact that if Lilithane was not hunting you, she never would have found my town and it never would have been destroyed.
Darling, you don't know if that's true or not.
I'm pretty sure it is, because it wasn't. She basically had no reason otherwise.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure when drow are on the warpath, they're on the fucking warpath for whatever reason they damn well please.
I mean, realistically, yes, that is very true. But Lilithane, when she was talking, sounded like she had no other reason to be on the surface than to find Darklear.
I'm sure you're 100% right. You totally know what's going on in her mind. I don't know anything at all. No, Darklear is all at fault for your entire village being burned down. And I'm saying this as I'm just walking down a hallway into a bedroom. Out of the room.
Darklear kind of smirks at the idea that Lilithane was only on the surface to find him. Anna, I understand as a high elf you don't really delve much into other cultures. But let me tell you a thing about the drow. About myself. When drow go to the surface, it's not single-minded. When she was in your town, maybe she was after me. I don't know. I'm not no Blodrin. I've only met with her a handful of times. And yes, I know her. I know her personally. I know her name is Lilithane O'Blodra. I knew who her mother was. Who knows if she's still alive.
She's not.
You don't know that.
I do.
Regardless, when the drow come to the surface, it's to kill. When I've come to the surface, in the several hundred years I've been alive, it was to kill. To kill people like your family. To kill people like you. Like your best friend Artemis. Like your mother, like your father. All to appease love. So, if she was here on the surface, it was to find a way to kill you more effectively. It was to find ways to kill people like you, to kill surface dwellers like Thrask, like Ralkaya, like Morinth.
Ralkaya dabs.
Like, and he looks over at Dante, like Dante. If she was hunting me, which I have no doubt of, I don't know why she was in your village. It has nothing to do with me, seeing as I've never been there. She would have no reason to search on this end of the continent for me. But I will tell you, and all of you, for those of you who are here, that the drow are after me. I don't know for what, and I don't know why, and I don't know all of who. But at the Asperian Midsummer Ball that we were invited to by the Treant Woods, there was a missing name on the guest registry. It was a ambassador to Ironhaven. We haven't been to Ironhaven in years. When we last went, it was under new management, as we were told, and I was looking into finding who. I received a letter not too long ago, before the party, the day of, saying that, I don't know for those of you who would know him, but Three-Eyed Slick, my informant of Ironhaven, is dead. I asked him to find information, and it got him killed. The letter I had was marked L. I didn't know who that was. Then at the party I found out. Lilithane Oblodera was there. She sought me out, and we talked, and she left. I've been trying to find a time to tell you. There hasn't been one to come up. But the Drow are after us. They're not a folklore, they're not legend. Every worst story you've heard about the Drow. Darkly kind of turns and looks at everyone. That's daily life in Menzoberranzan. You don't want to know what they are capable of. But I will tell you that we need to be prepared for whatever will strike at us. They'll strike when we least expect it, and they'll do it very quietly. So, Anna, if the Oblodrons are after me, they're after you too. And I can guarantee you, Lilithane wasn't after your village because of me. And with that, I'm not going to be put at blame for your village's downfall, for your hardships. And Darkblade is going to pick up his stuff. He's gonna also go down a hall.
Lucy's been standing, arms crossed, just kind of like breathing, like, you know, that disconnected look where you're just kind of staring into space.
It's like when your mom's friend gets mad at them and you're over at their house and you're kind of just like,
Yeah, and
Friend's
you're just,
mom.
well,
and you're just,
Yeah,
and then you
mom's
find
friend.
out that you're probably
Friend's
gonna die in
mom?
the next few years. Yeah.
yeah.
He kind of rubs his face a little bit. All right. When's dinner?
I'm not hungry.
All right. Well,
You hear ding. And you hear marching?
Marking?
Is
is there a bunch of is it plates? Is it marching plates?
you hear
Fantasia
clattering of
plates?
plates.
I'm coming back now to refill my wine glass.
And you look over onto the counter and you see lots of them. Oh, you think they're mice for a second? And then you see it's a very small man with like very thin hair on top and a brown suit jacket, carrying a small slip of paper. And he's followed by just like a line of these people going to a hole that you hadn't previously noticed on the end of the counter. Welcome, honored guests.
What
Kind of
are
looks
you?
around.
What are you?
I'm a brownie.
You are so small. Oh my god.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I've never seen a brownie talk before.
I don't know what to make of that actually.
kind of brownie, I think.
I think it was a play on words, darling. What
Welcome.
kind
I will be your host for tonight. And he points to all the small people behind him. And this will be your whole serving crew. Dinner will be out shortly. And he hands you this small slip of paper and just kind of like walks out.
I take the what's the paper? I take the paper. What's it say?
It's a menu for tonight
Oh.
for your dinner.
Oh.
And I don't know if people know, but I even though I was powered down, I heard everything about that conversation.
Oh yeah, because Warforged are conscious. Are there like dinner rolls out?
Oh, there are now. As a small group of these guys brings them out.
Lucy's gonna grab a dinner roll and kind of like shove it in his mouth, hungrily, as he takes the entire plate, and he goes down the hall to Darkler's room.
All right.
I'm
I'd
grabbing
like-
one
I'd
and
like-
walks by.
Well, I was gonna say, no, yeah, Darkly's in his own room.
Yeah.
Opens the door. What?
Listen. Can we... This... Alright. You know what? I'm just gotta...
Say your
Roll.
words. Has Dante had a hand in these?
No, not at all.
Then I don't want one.
Or he throws the plate out the wall, just back over his head. Alright.
That was a good
I
roll.
want...
Now they're floor bro.
I want to show you something. Can we sit?
He's gonna
I
show you
suppose.
his
He opens the door wide and like gestures for Lucy to come in,
Now,
closing the door behind him.
today's been a day of a lot of hard conversations, a lot of long conversations, something that wouldn't exactly be entertainment worthy like on a podcast. But I feel like, and sometimes I feel like I talk too much. I have got a really big mouth, but I wanted to, he flips open his suitcase and takes out his Monster Manual. And he flips over to the Drow page. Alright, this is you. Now,
Yes.
if you look here, it says that Drow are very uncommon. Like, for the natural people, we just don't see them often. Like, sure, there are raiding parties on the surface, but it's not a common occurrence. Your face is not something someone sees every day. Drow are considered the boogeyman. But you still are hated, feared, something that people barely know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes rightfully.
I would say.
The point I'm getting at, and flip over to the orc page. This is something people see every day. These axes, that red-eyed fury. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm trying to say that I know. I know it's hard. And I know what it's like to feel like you're owed to blame. I know what it's like to feel like you've been pushed away. And I just need you to understand that when knives hit the air, I'm behind you. You will not be alone, because I know what that's like. Darkleer, I've seen you almost die once already, and I don't want to see that again. Because out of a lot of the people I've met in my life, I feel like you're the only person who seems to want me around. No, yeah, that's all I got. Take it as you will. He closes the book and tucks it back in his bag. Dinner's out in a minute, and he walks out the door.
As Lucy is walking out the door, as the door opens, Thrask,
Yeah.
you're welcome to stay. Not just with the party, but my door is open to you. That is not a courtesy welcome openly granted.
He nods, and then without turning back, he continues out the door.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are served this like 7-course meal
And
with
it's not
drinks
free.
with every course. Yeah, it's pretty fucking lit.
And Lucy lets his hair down. He has a drink.
What's you drinking?
What do we have? He wants the most exotic sounding bullshit. The thing that sounds like the most bullshit.
All right. There's Drakeberry cider.
Okay.
It's like 7 different colors in one cup.
Okay, so what's the second best ridiculous sounding thing?
The second best ridiculous thing, there's golden apple ale. And it looks like there's just a straight up golden apple in the bottle.
Oh yeah, one of those in each hand.
All right.
I'm playing it safe. I'm sticking to wine.
He's sampling everything food and drink related.
They start 2 bottles of Phoenix whiskey in each hand.
Aren't you shut down?
No more.
He's about
Not
to be.
He's about to throw down.
Or throw up.
Or both.
Oh god, I'm not cleaning.
Can he throw up? Can't he just like open his stomach cavity and just it just drains?
What if he's like a shark and he
like to
ejects
go
it back
down
out?
to the gardens and go up.
Gross.
Okay.
Because she wants to calm down and think about everything that's been said.
Okay. What's Rokai up to?
Searching for cameras.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
There are no cameras in here. No camera. Mostly just because cameras aren't like a thing. If there are cameras, it's usually magical. But yeah, you don't. There's no like cold pockets in the corners. There's no like flashing lights.
All right, I'm looking.
Is he like tearing apart the drywall? Just
You're just like feeling around for magic.
I'm looking
all right,
for valuable
you guys.
shit.
The fucking
Everything.
dirt
Very,
is
very,
valuable.
very, very small and valuable.
I mean, there's silverware.
Probably made
Is
of
it gold
solid
plated?
gold.
If it's not gold plated, I'm not
I
taking
mean,
it.
it's from the Feywilds.
It's not
made
solid.
of crystal.
It's not solid
Okay,
gold.
then I will take it if it's made of crystal.
All right, you get some dirty looks from some of the brownies, but I mean, they don't really say anything. You're honored guests.
all right. Who took all the forks?
You took all the shrimp forks. You took all the dinner forks. You took all the salad forks.
All you left is these little tiny forks, only good for eating peas. Why do we even have these?
Welcome to royalty, and welcome to the Feywilds. That's what we're gonna call it for tonight. Remember to give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends about us with the hashtag Adventure Boys to get your name on the show or the name of an NPC on the show.
And remember to tell your drow you love them.
Remember to tell your drow you love them. Remember to make sure that your cat's not a pixie.
Yep, all that stuff.
Or
and
homunculus.
If your cat spits in your eye, don't be alarmed. And tune in next time. We love you.
Sorry.
love you.
Yeah, remember that. Remember that we love you. We love you.
We also love Darklear and Anna very much, even though they have problems. So many.
I was gonna say so many.
All right,
So
great.
many.
Goodbye. Goodbye forever.
Bye.